Okay, let's continue on with some more Hogwarts Legacy, where we need to finish off a side quest that we were in before we finished the previous time. And then I think all we have to do is just. It sounds like all we have left to do is just story quests, because unless more side quests unlock after we complete some of these other ones, I think we're pretty much nearly complete. Let's go and see how everything goes. So usually when it comes to ending these games, like I will have I'll finish the game story, which usually requires.
Are the two of you unharmed?
Revelio.
I had hoped to return before.
Finishing the story requires.
We're fine, but if you hadn't got here when you did, I led them here, Doran.
You fought with us against your kind. I am glad to have witnessed this.
Finishing the story pretty much requires me to get to all the side story quests finished and all the credits or something like that. And then at that point, what we will do is that will be the end of the stream for when that happens, and then we can go and do everything else is extra. So all the other collectibles, side quests, things like that, and yeah. Guess we'll just see how we go with what we're doing. Pretty much like the extra portion will be like completing all the side quest collectibles, all the other trophies to get the platinum, and then at that point, we have.
There they are.
Because it is a let's play, so it's like I have to. If it's a let's play, then usually what I do is if it's a let's play, it actually makes it still be the same. It's like some people only like to watch the story, so it's like it's like combining both, right? A let's play is you're just like getting the platinum.
Too.
But a let's play, it's like, okay, well, it's pretty much combining both things, where it's like, okay, well, I'll still split it so that at least people know where the story ends, so if they only want to watch the story. Then everything else will happen that we have to do afterwards, because we still have, once we get everything for the platinum, we pretty much just need to, well, to get everything for the platinum, I need to do 3 extra playthroughs, where it's just going to be running through and doing, so, see what happens.
Merlin, they're lovely. But what happens now? They can't care for themselves, and surely once word gets out of their reappearance...
No harm will come to them. The centaurs will see to that. You have my word.
Thank you, Doran, for helping us to find them, and to fight for them.
It is you who deserves the merit, child. You did what the poachers would never have. Remember that. You both fought bravely today. Allow us to carry the mantle from here.
If it's all right, Doran, I think I'd like to stay behind and spend a little more time with the Snidgets.
Okay, it's unlocking new, near level 36.
Revelio.
It's the end of the story, right? I thought we were gonna, like, get another, thing, actually. Alright, well, I'll have a look around before we leave, but, this area is nothing's like, alright, let's, okay, the reason why it wasn't letting me do the, map is because you can't do the map here, alright, well, we have to go and, I guess we'll have to do that, because there's no, we just completed the quest. When was that? It was, one of these ones down here, this one. Poppy, Dora, and I successfully found the last remaining Snidgets and were able to keep them out of poachers' hands. The Snidgets will remain under the watchful care of the Centaurs until they can fend for themselves. So I thought we were going to get another beast, but we didn't get one, unfortunately. So we just leave now?
Revelio.
Like how the blocks aren't in the right spot anymore. Alright, so now we, I guess, start heading towards the stuff. Pretty much what will happen is if I finish the story thing, this will be the finale for this portion. Like, so if anyone was only interested in the story, that when I put finale and then pretty much like how I put it is like when I put the finale in, it means that we've reached the end point of the story, which is where a lot of people tend to like stop watching, and then all the extra portions are pretty much everything after post story. So any side quests we have left over, any other things. But with the Let's Play, it's pretty much it just means like, oh, well, like if you wanted to continue watching for the platinum, like I pretty much try and get everything for that. So if we do finish this today, then whenever we see the credits or whenever we finish the last story quest, and that'll pretty much just be the end, and I just go and do a quick review over everything and see how it goes. I guess now that I'm here, I should check the quests to see if there's anything new on the map before we leave. Wait, there's another. That one there is also. Oh right, yeah, that one there. There is a Hogsmeade quest that's appearing, but that's, I think, the cellar one. That one's also. Hogwarts doesn't have anything outside. No. Okay, so that means I think we all should be fine. There's no. I think it's just going and doing the story quests that are left. But depending on how long all that takes, we have a decent amount of time. Catch these. You need to complete the entire collection.
Everything's all right now. Revelio.
We're on the cusp of level 36. Like,
Settle yourself. I mean you no harm.
now we've just got to level 36.
Revelio.
We got a talent point, so now we can see what that gives. Plenty of space here as well. What talent do we want? Because we've only got a few points left. Killing an enemy with a Vada Kedavra kills all cursed enemies. That sounds really good. So that means you can like take that. Basically means that if we wanted to cast a Vada Kedavra, we can you want to cast Avada Kedavra, you can curse a bunch of enemies first, leave it to last, and then kills everyone. Especially since we have stuff like Expelli... It pretty much means that I could use Expelliarmus to curse every enemy, and then you just use Avada Kedavra, and then it kills everything. Yeah, pretty much if I finish the story today, then that would be the finale for this part, and then everything else from this point will be extra, which will be all the remaining side quests, all the remaining stuff with the platinum. It'll still fall under the Let's Play. It's just like I want to separate like I've always done. I like to separate the story and the thing in case there's, because once the story's over, it's like I won't be doing any more story. I'll just be doing side quests which are not related to the story. And then pretty much once I get this, should only have the 3 playthroughs left. At that point, what I do is, in between me finishing this, I'll be putting a bunch of other games, so we can put a bunch of other games in between to make sure those things, because it's like I don't want to play three lots of going through and doing the map chamber one after the other. Especially since, like, I think the only unique stuff for the map chamber is going to be the mission that we do, and then stuff with the houses. Everything else, I think we can pretty much just skip it. No reason to, really change anything else. So it won't even really be a speedrun, it'll be just, like, I'll be skipping cutscenes and stuff in that as well, but there's some things that are going to be more unique to the actual playthrough, so things like what's the name of it? So we'll do a couple of things, so it's not really even going to be a speedrun. I'm just going to be trying to reach that area as fast as possible. I'll be trying to reach the map chamber as well, and then once we've reached the map chamber at that point, it would only just be, that will be the end of that thing, and then I can put some more stuff in between. But in terms of stuff that I can put in between, like, I'm still trying to figure out how to make space, because once this gets finished and we can delete it off, that's going to save a bunch of space. Also, I would get, in terms of stuff that we already have on there, it's like I believe Sifu has both DLCs out, so that means that those are all free. I can just play those and get that out of the way. And delete that out, that's one. I've still got 2 playthroughs of the Cosmic Shake. I've got, I think in terms of deleting stuff out, I think that's all that can be deleted out right now, because other stuff requires DLC or otherwise, so it's like, and I've also got a bunch of Switch games as well that I need to think as well, so it's not like I'm going to run out of content. And as it is, like, I've got a bunch of games I would like to buy, but they're all coming out on PS5 only, and or they're digital, which is a thing. So it's like the next game would be, next game to buy is Mirage. Scream Mirage. And there's like a few Switch games and stuff that are coming out as well. I think I have to sell some stuff as well, because I remember I forgot to sell, some stuff before I, went into that area.
Pleased to see Aaron has his belongings back. Ranrok and his loyalists will think twice before trying that again. Thank you for your patronage.
Been back to the room of requirement in ages, so I got all this legendary equipment that
That's
I've
been
even
a pleasure.
probably better than what we currently have. I don't remember what we have to do. I know it's like complete the collection. I think we have to complete the collection for a trophy, because it's like I just realized like we're enemies, appearances, rally pages, beasts, readings, conjurations, hunt handles. That means that I do need to put. That means that for that area you know, the area where we can get the small pots and all that stuff, I do need to go and buy those.
There's Ollivander's. I hope he can help me craft the Keeper's Wand.
Like, I didn't think about buying them. I've been in there several times to do stuff, but it's like I never like bought the. I never went in and actually bought the.
Revelio.
I never went in and actually bought stuff from. Like,
Hello, Mr. Ollivander.
I probably
I
could
wondered
have.
if you
It
might be able to help me with something.
should be fine.
Yes, Professor Fig sent an owl informing me that you'd be coming. He was a bit cryptic, said you need to have a special wand crafted, that you'd bring me the materials.
Yes, sir. I have them here.
Because I was buying the
Right.
brooms because I remember I
How
needed
extraordinary.
those.
Remarkable.
But it's like I
design.
probably could have gone and bought
I will be
Conjuration,
honest,
but
I
when
have never
when I
crafted a
originally went
wand
in there, I
this
was like, I
fashion.
don't actually need
Repaired broken
when I-
wands,
when
of
I
course,
originally went
but
in
this
there-
is something else entirely.
to get
Keeping
stuff.
me
It's
on
like I had
my
a chance to
toes,
buy
aren't
a
you?
bunch of
I think
Conjurations
I
from
can
him
work with
while I
what
was
you
there, but it was
brought
also
me.
because I think it was
Let me
also
see what I
when
can
I was
do.
there, it's like I had other things I had to buy at the time. That was why I didn't end up going back there. Right.
It is done.
I think every time I was going into that Conjuration play, like I know when I had to buy the pots, it was like I had a chance to do stuff there, but that was also I also had other things I needed to buy at the time. Oh, yeah. Should be alright, like,
I should warn you.
hopefully
I've
there's an easy
never
way to
seen
get
one
some...
like this before. My suspicion, as Professor Fig implied in his letter, is that it serves a unique purpose. I doubt you shall find much use for it otherwise.
Okay, so they're basically saying it's only going to be used
I
for a certain
understand.
thing and you won't be able
Thank
to
you,
do
sir.
anything else. Probably because the wand is too powerful. There's Rookwood.
I'm afraid you're on your own. I've ensured that we have a moment to ourselves. Oh, come, come. No need for such theatrics. In light of what Ranrok now knows, you must agree that our interests are aligned.
Our interests will never be aligned.
You would let goblins take what is rightfully ours? The final repository belongs to wizard kind. We would be fools not to work together. What's that you've got there? Might this sudden visit to the Wand Maker have something to do with our mutual pursuit?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That repository is my birthright!
Charles Rookwood wouldn't have wanted you near it.
The arrogance. Should have known better than to try and reason with a child. I've always said, children should be seen and not heard.
Oh, okay. Teleported somewhere else now. Because I was wondering why it said, like, stop Ranrok and Rookwood, and it's like, okay, well, I guess they've split off, but it's like we have to probably deal with both of them. Three enemies simultaneously with jobs at the bottom of Kadavra, keep enemies. Okay, defend yourself from Rookwood's, okay, so let's,
Expulso!
first.
Expelliarmus! Another. Expelliarmus. Caught in my trap. Rookwood don't go down easy.
So many different, some enemy keep shooting to get everything. Gotta try and keep an eye out on, like, what enemies, we haven't, if there's anything new. What, like,
That's my lamb to the slaughter.
I need to try and, build up,
Daddy fell back and roared. Expelliarmus.
Fetching around like a bellywig.
You will not. Not be fun. How's the deal?
let's see if this
Come on. You're afraid to fight back.
should be able to do. It didn't kill three simultaneously.
You'll regret pushing
Like, I think that these normal enemies are flying because it's an Ashminder Scout soldiers. I think it's the Sentinel that I might be missing or something. I kind of want to build up my stuff. I want to build up the I want to build up my
Electricity.
Oh, we lost it. Oh, I think it's. Also, this area, I just realized I haven't got a chest here that I haven't got. Okay, that move was registering. None of these enemies here look like they're unique if I haven't already done something before.
Quite conductive, aren't we?
This is not very well for you.
These other enemies though. So that's can I quickly get to here? I was gonna say there's a chest here that I haven't put. At least an enemy is using it on this.
Child.
Oh, that did a lot of damage.
I'll make you wish you were back at school.
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this.
Actually, he's cursed. I wonder what would happen if I...
Don't go down easy.
This count? Yep, okay, that counts. I just bypassed the boss fight. I just bypassed the boss fight because I used... Yeah. That's, I just bypassed the boss fight. That is actually really overpowered. I just bypassed the boss fight.
Revelio. I can't believe it. Rookwood's reign is finally over. I'll need to send an owl to Natty right away. For now, though, I need to get back to the map chamber and tell Fig what happened.
I wonder if I can do the same thing to Ranrok. Because I just, that was a...
Not the best place for an unaccompanied student.
So I cursed him. I cursed him, and then... Well, I cursed him. With, Expelliarmus, and then... Okay, so the final repository, Mr. Orlando fashioned a one from the Keeper's artifact and now returned with it to the map chamber. We're gonna defend Hogwarts from Ranrok, it says. So... That means that you can curse... boss enemy, and then do Avada Kedavra on another one, and it kills them immediately, so you don't even have to fight properly. They're saying that I should inform Natty of something as well, but not sure if that's related to the thing or not. We just finished Bond Mastery. Well, Lavender was able to use the artifacts I collected from above the Pensieves to craft a Keeper's Wand. When I exited the wand shop, however, Rookwood ambushed me and demanded that I hand it over. When I refused, his lot took me to a remote location where they attempted to take it from me by force. I knew that the fate of the Wizarding World was in my hands, so against all odds, I defeated Rookwood and brought everyone he brought with him. Now I need to bring the wand to Professor Fig and the Keepers in the map chamber. And so I'm guessing that's where we have to head next. I don't know if there's any new side quests. We've got a teleporter over there. Nothing new in Hogsmeade. around here. Okay, so the only thing is in Hogwarts. That's so the Keeper's Wand is like its own thing. We haven't used it yet. We do need to sell some stuff. Let me get the chance. And, will you show me a map where we're supposed to go? I don't know why this is insisting on not showing me which way to go.
Seems like a quiet night.
Did the thing in 4.5 minutes.
Your poaching days are over.
Not sure why I'm not getting the tracker on where the thing is. Where is the where? I'm not sure why the map isn't tracking my quest. Trying to get the not appearing. I'm trying to get the waypoint to show. There we go. I don't have any of these.
Revelio.
Our beast inventory is full. I don't think I can just release. Can I just release beasts without? I don't know if I can. Okay, I can release them without the thing. So it's like since there's some here and I need them, I may as well just do so. Need only 3. See what repeats we have. I know I could go back and these 3, this will complete the quest for. This will complete the quest for the challenge for capturing 30.
Professor Howell will never believe this. Revelio.
Well, and if I should want from the Keeper's Art, yes, that's what we're going to do next.
There we are then. That'll do nicely, I'm sure. More than happy to purchase that. Good to have stock, I always say. Appreciate you stopping by. Be sure to visit me again, won't you?
Alright, so let's have a look and see that. We just got another side quest for something. Ah, okay. Where does we... Oh, she wants... Okay, we have to meet Poppy back in the Great Hall, which is where... Poppy's in the Great Hall, which is where Natty is, I believe. Natty's in the Great Hall as well, and then Sebastian's in the Underhall. So we're not... Unless we go back inside the Great Hall area, we're probably not gonna get those done right away.
Up for a bit of dying, are we?
Revelio. Revelio.
Okay, so somehow I ended up coming along this way, and it's telling me this is where I was supposed to go, but then it's like, okay, well, we found our way into the Hogwarts anyway. Should be fine. What am I looking for? So, we're this side of the castle now, so that means that... So with this side of the castle, we might be able to do a couple other things. No other side quests that are appearing. So this is the side that we ended up being on. The side that we ended up being on anyway. Not much that I can do. This is the way that it is. Depends on where we're going. Where it takes us. We might be able to do the... I think this takes us into the same castle. This way, like, well, this was the way I would have gone anyway, because it was telling me to go this way, so it's like, well, we may as well just keep going this way, because it's the closest way to Hogwarts. So this might take us towards the Great Hall area.
Revelio.
Ah, this is what I was looking for. This thing here. This was the thing that I, trying to find for ages. This is what I was looking for. I knew that there was something here. Violet, if you get here before me, do us a favor and procure some more mead, would you? I believe one of the fellows hanging in the third floor corridor has another frame somewhere with a nice supply. Also, this...
Revelio. Lumos.
Where is this? Is that, I'm trying to think, is that outside or is that somewhere?
Revelio.
I can hear it.
I'm sorry! If I could undo all that happened that day,
I mean, I've been here, I guess. Lachlan the Lanky. This statue depicts the wizard Lachlan the Lanky, a tall, slender wizard who appears quite proud of himself. What precisely, no one knows. Yeah, I guess I haven't been in this area before. Right?
Levioso. Confringo.
So I just haven't been in here.
Revelio.
Gotta find that, butterfly as well. This is it here? I guess I just have not been in here.
Lumos.
Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim, did you Praxia mole? As long as 'twere only one time per week, I can plunge the boy's lavatory, not for the mink. He tried to stop me, did Ranrok. Thought to trap me,
Sure why the, yeah, just because I've not been in here.
failed us did his containment charms, so I took my revenge to wreak havoc and harm. It was great.
Right, well, we'll explore this area of the castle, because for some reason I guess I have not explored here in a long time. We're gonna go this way, but...
I behaved, I'd have one.
Alright, well, let's, go down this way. I'm certain there's gonna have to be some stuff in here we haven't grabbed. Hang on. of the souls.
Revelio.
Maybe it's in the next room. Just realized we have not been down this way in a long time. What's the toilets? Unless in dire straits, it's probably best to avoid this particular toilet, as it is allegedly one of Peeve's favourite pranking spots.
Hello, Hamura.
And we'll explore this area as best as we can, because we haven't been here in a while, and then see if we can get any of the side quests completed. Figure out where we're supposed to go. I think we're supposed to go to the map chamber. Nice that I'm still finding things. Also, keep in mind that if I find a demiguise statue, that's also... We can also go and complete that quest. I do need that.
Revelio.
Not sure if any of these are going to lead to anything. Ah.
Mine now, demiguise.
Alright, good. Now we can do that as well. Alright, we have, now we can go and do that side quest to get the level 2 locks. That means if we head back to Hogsmeade, we're going to have a bunch of stuff we can do as well. Alright, that means before we do the side quest for that, before we do the main quest, we can go and talk to Gladwin, learn Alahamora too.
Revelio.
Where is this quest? I should remove it. See where it is. I need to see the map because I need to know where I am. Apparently, I don't know if I can do this. I think I can. I don't think I'm required to go into any doors for this. This is the other area that I was. This is the sorry. This is the area that we. That's the area that we. That thing. That's the same. That's where we came. So we want to go back this way for a second. Where are we currently? Okay, that's the quad courtyard. So that means that the last one of those is in the quad courtyard. Yeah, I haven't been back down this way in a long time.
Revelio.
But it doesn't like there's anything new that I need to find. So that last house token is in the quad courtyard. Which, yeah, we have to go back to. That's one area that I know that I haven't explored yet. Let's see if we can go and get... I need to also see where Gladwin's quest is. Oh, it's actually right here where we are, so we should grab this one first. Grab this one first.
Revelio.
And we got like a bunch of stuff that we didn't have before.
Stop a moment and listen to our song.
Ah, you're here as well. Finally found it. I don't even see what I'm looking for here.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
This was the area that I was trying to figure out where we were. Okay, that just leads us back up to there. Alright, that was simple enough. Yeah, so this was the area where I hadn't been in a long time, because I was like, oh, that's the Pulsar one that I haven't done yet. Here's the frog that I know that I can do now. So the quad courtyard is where the last house token is. This will also help with. This will open up any extra locks.
Hello, Mr. Moon.
Assuming that we have enough.
Greetings. Any luck removing some more of those demiguise statues?
I actually have some moons for you.
Oh, my mind feels lighter already knowing those statues are gone. I did promise to show you how to improve casting Alohomora once you'd brought me enough moons. With that knowledge, you'll be able to break open even stronger locks. However, we don't yet know who's behind these statues. Still plenty of the foul things lying in wait to torture me. Oh. If you bring me more moons, I'll show you how to cast the most powerful form of Alohomora known to wizard kind. At least known to me. Keep looking for those moons.
There we go.
You'll save my sanity, and we may get to the bottom of whoever's behind
Okay,
all
quest
this.
updated portrait and a pickle. So that means now we can complete that one. Yeah. So Mr. Moon will teach me more advanced version of Alohomora. Once I find all the demiguise statues, I should search Hogwarts, Hogsmeade, and any hamlets for the statues. Okay, and collect the moons from the statues at night. So one of the statues that we can actually now save that photo because that was locked. It was behind a lock.
Hello, Mr. Moon.
So now we need the rest of them.
Greetings.
I don't think I have any
some
more.
more of those demiguise statues.
I'm sorry to say that I haven't found any more of those statues.
So a lot of them are probably going to be in that area.
I was hoping you would have. And remove those blasted...
But one of those things has updated. One of the quests is updated.
I'll keep an eye out for more demiguise statues.
We have
and see if I can
Alohomora
bring
too
more
now.
moons.
I commend you for your courage and valor, especially since they can only be collected at night.
Revelio.
Alright, now we have access to that, so we can... Let's head back to the Great Hall. And now I think we can unlock most locks.
Revelio.
Still haven't explained how to open those yet. I haven't seen any explanation. Yeah, okay, so we don't have to go outside, we can just go straight in. We're on the left side of the thing. Get into Hogwarts. So fine. Hey, oh, there's two quests here. Okay, they're both required. We have to wait for both anyway.
Just the person I was hoping to see.
Yeah, let's see what she wants.
I see Doran finally convinced you to leave the Snidgets.
If anyone can keep them out of poacher hands, it's the centaurs. And I wanted to thank you. When the poachers ambushed us, it was nice not to face them alone.
Of course. It's the sort of thing friends do for each other, isn't it?
I suppose so. I am glad you came to Hogwarts. It's already been my best year. I wouldn't want a repeat of Horntail Hall, of course, but I did enjoy the Three Broomsticks. Had no idea how lovely it was there.
Had you never been to the Three Broomsticks?
I used to spend most of my time with Highwing, and well, I don't know how Serona feels about hippogriffs popping in for a butterbeer. Highwing's the only one I would have gone with. Or Gran, of course.
Nothing wrong with that. Highwing's good company.
She is. Although I am beginning to see the appeal of human friends. It was nice to talk about my parents and Gran with someone. And share Highwing.
I don't suppose you've heard anything from your parents, have you?
I haven't, but I'm perfectly fine with that.
Does your Gran know that we found the Snidgets?
I couldn't hold it in any longer. I told her everything. She was livid that I'd been anywhere near the poachers, but she confessed that she was rather envious about the Snidgets.
It has all been a pleasure, Poppy. Do try and stay out of trouble.
Don't know that I can. We've taken on poachers twice now, successfully. I rather think you've helped me develop a taste for it. And with centaurs as allies, I might actually go looking for trouble. You and I should meet for a butterbeer soon. Perhaps Highwing can join us?
Beast friends. Poppy. So that completes all of Poppy's quest line. Don't know if she has anything else to do, but we can at least talk to Natty there now as well. So now we have access to, I think, being able to get all the demiguise statues. Sync this up first. Okay, so that was complete Poppy Sweeting's relationship line. I don't think that unlocked anything. I was just going and talking to him. That seems to happen a lot, so I guess everyone... We'll probably finish Sebastian's quest line as well, because he's wanted to talk to us, but we'll get that at another point. Poppy and I rescued a dragon from the... Actually, no, is that one? No, it is this one. Poppy and I rescued a dragon from the poacher pack and stole a dragon egg. They retaliated by stealing a journal from her gran with information as to the location of the Snidgets, believed to be extinct. We sought the help of the centaurs, but only one was willing to help us. He told us to find a special moonstone and the hand in which to place it. Upon doing so, a group of mooncalves began to dance to find a symbol. Warren said the symbol indicated where the Snidgets were hidden. The poachers tracked our movements and ambushed us, but we were able to prevail with the help of centaurs. We found the Snidgets, and now they will be protected by the centaurs. So, now that we have Alamora 2, when we head out to the open world, we have at least one side quest I can complete that requires us to go and unlock the thing and complete that.
Some days are more difficult than others.
Alright, so let's, and also we'll have whatever she's requiring.
Lassie.
We haven't talked to her in a little while.
Is everything alright?
There are times when my father's absence drifts to the back of my mind. And I feel peace for a day or two. But this is not one of those times. I miss him. I miss running with him. I miss Matibeleland. He should still be here. And it's my fault that he isn't.
It's not your fault, Natty. There's nothing you could have done to prevent it.
That is what my mother says. But he died protecting me. And I cannot help but feel guilty over that. I find myself reliving the moment more often than I would like. I believe I would feel less helpless if I could truly put an end to Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's miserable lot. Of course, you have put an end to Rookwood, and that will benefit many for years to come. With Harlow on the prowl, there can be no real peace. Each day he remains free, he does more damage, leaving people like Archibald to suffer the consequences.
I agree, Natty. We'll get him. I've never seen.
It is kind of weird that it's like, oh, we'll let Natty know that we beat Rookwood, and then it's like, well, we
will get to
beat Rookwood before we beat Harlow.
Thank you for speaking with me. It was very helpful.
Revelio.
Alright, let's go and check that. I don't think we're going to get the final, like, we might get it, but we'll see how it goes. What was this? Finding focus, I think it was. Spoke with Nan in the Great Hall. She had been thinking about her father's death. It was guilty that he died saving her life. Natty confided in me that this guilt is something she must deal with, but she also believes she has a solution. She believes that by defeating Harlow will may help her to correct the wrongs of her past, in a sense. She has vowed to stop him to keep others from facing the fate of father. I also forgot to do an ancient magic on Rookwood, but didn't really have a chance to.
Revelio.
Time to head to map chamber, I guess. Right. Also, looking out for any kind of locks, because I think it will unlock most locks. So we need 30 more demiguise statues, but we'll have unlocked a bunch of more of them now because we have access to locked doors and stuff. But I'm not trying to go and look for them right now because we have to swap between day and night. So it's like, it's better for me to go and grab them when I'm actually actively needing to look for them, where I can change the day and night cycle whenever.
Revelio.
Pretty sure there's no locks out here. Oh, that's Nelly again.
Could you remind
So I know
me
where the
what
last
day
day dealing
work
key
is?
is because it's in the quad courtyard, which we haven't gone in yet.
You're to follow it back to its cabinet. Inserting it in the lock is the tricky part. I hope you follow some. If you open a cabinet, I'd love to know what you find,
Gareth?
if anything.
I think it is. We can get closer to. There's at least one side quest that we can complete now because we have
Revelio.
level 2 Alhamora with the portrait. But then we're gonna have to return to Hogwarts, I think, for that anyway.
Revelio. Revelio.
Okay, so there's a lock right here.
Aloha Mora.
Alright, this is a first level 2 log. I don't know how different these are, if they're harder to... just the same... It's just the same minigame. That's alchemy. Alchemy class, okay. Alchemy class, an arcane subject offered to older students on the rare occasion when demand suffices. Alchemy focuses on the 4 natural elements and the science of transmutation. Is there anything new and anything else?
Revelio.
No, that looks like it's it. Another wand handle and a extra page. I've got a lot of Revelio pages left in Hogwarts, but again, if you assume every single lock has, like, a page behind it.
Revelio.
Based on what we've completed already, we might just end up being able to, we might not finish the stories right away today, but at least we'll be set up closer to doing so. Considering we've spent quite a bit of time doing some other stuff. He's in a different space than last time.
Victor Rookwood is dead. He confronted me as I left Ollivander's with the Keeper's wand. I had to defend myself.
Godric's heart, are you all right? I know you're well able to defend yourself. I've seen it often enough. But Rookwood himself...
He would have killed me once he found the repository, if not before. I had no choice.
You're right. You had no choice. You did what you had to do. The wizarding community owes you a great debt.
Thank you for saying so, Professor. I'm ready for what's next.
All right, then. The Keepers have been waiting. You have completed all of our trials, and you have done so under circumstances even I did not foresee. You understand now why all of this was necessary. The portkey, the vault, the locket, the book, the trials. To ensure that one with the ability you and I share would make the same choice that San, Neve, Charles, and I did.
Now that you have witnessed my memory, you understand all that is at stake. Not everyone is what they seem.
As you know, light does not exist without shadow, nor shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should.
Even the most well-meaning and competent amongst us cannot possibly know the consequences of manipulating what should be beyond our reach.
What lies in the repository must never be released. Resist the temptation to destroy or control it. The magic that you have so carefully honed must now be used only to protect the secret we keep. You have the wand. You will know when to wield it. We leave our legacy in your hands.
Astonishing. That must be the way to the repository.
Soon as possible. I received an interesting owl from Joanna Bickle about Harlow.
We can only hope that we're not too late, and that we find nothing but a repository undisturbed beyond this door.
On repository, the keepers have revealed the entry to the repository through the floor of the map chamber. Professor Fig and I need to get there before Ranrok. Okay, I don't know where this is going to take me, but Natty's like, oh, we have a quest to do. I can't do it right now. Speak with Natty near Manor Cape. Natty sent me an owl regarding requesting I meet her near Manor Cape. That's a distance from Hogwarts. You must have a good lead on Harlow. Should prepare before meeting her. So, if we ever leave to go to the open map, world map to do anything, we have at least 2 side quests that we need to complete before we can even do that. So, let's. I'm fine with like going and doing this because it's a story quest as well. Let's just see what we have to do. Curious to see if I can just beat Ranrok with Avada Kedavra, actually. There's for some reason that was that worked. I was expecting like the bosses to move out of the way or be immune, but maybe they can't, like, because I technically I didn't hit him with it, I hit someone else, and then he was cursed, so...
I should hope that the enchantments protecting the castle would protect against an incursion from below.
I fear they may not. Although, if they don't now, I can assure you they will in the future.
Were you able to reach Professor Weasley?
I was. Hopefully she and the others will arrive soon. They know where to find the door through which we entered.
Oh, the drill's already here. I gotta remember, I think it was Loyalist Sentinel was the one that I wanted to make sure that I remember. So there's a break through the caverns below the school. Professor Fig and I must stop them. I doubt there's going to be anything around these areas.
If the Royalists are here, he cannot be far behind.
I think it was Loyalist Sentinel. I want to make sure that I attack.
Ranrok will be pleased with our progress.
Let's see if like this happens. Warrior. I need to go to care about these. Oh, I noticed this anyway. Pretty sure the assassin I have here. Sentinel, I need to use case. Hey, it wasn't that one. Surely it can't be like one of these.
To press on. Ranrok must be here.
I've like hit all of them with the thing.
Between us and him.
I'm pretty sure I've hit like most of them with the thing. Reach the repository before Ranrok. Ranrok is here too. We need to get to the repository before he takes the power. Alright, well, I doubt there's going to be any like things we have to collect around here.
Revelio.
Trying to do Revelio and nothing's happening. Which trolls are these? We'll try to troll like a bit. I've already done it on this one.
I don't know. I can only hope they arrive soon. Leviosa.
Expelliarmus, Confringo.
I mean that the trolls would collide into each other. This one troll here is like stuck. What am I doing? I don't even need to do this. I can, better for me to attack both and then just do Avada Kedavra.
Lumos.
This will, kill both trolls instantly. Why am I wasting time fighting the trolls when I can just, do Avada Kedavra? They just take way too long to kill. Trolls just take way too long to kill.
That's the way forward.
Very perceptive.
Revelio.
There was no reason for me not to, like...
Let's go.
The two trolls were there. Instead of just fighting them and waiting around, I can just, use Avada Kedavra.
I fear you're right, Professor. There's nothing we can do but keep searching.
So it actually makes me wonder if I can beat the boss this easily.
Lumos.
Revelio.
Listen, more goblins up ahead.
Do you like what my mother used to make? Like, how nice of you.
So noticing we're not getting any dueling feats either, like in this area for some reason. We're not getting any dueling feats for these fights for some reason. Putting up the thing's gonna be good as well because there's nothing else here that I'm pretty sure I did. I think Loyalist Commander and the other one is the. That's all there is. So I already did it for all the rest of them.
Revelio.
Enjoy suffering, do you? Ranrok won't be stopped.
Please come. We're getting closer, Professor. That way.
Oh, here comes some of the professors coming to help us. That's cool. But that means that I can say Professor Weasley's help us, all the professors.
The goblins have somehow evaded the castle's defensive charms.
I think it's because I went using magic, and they buried underground.
They got this.
charge. Your timing couldn't be better, Professor Hackett. Thank you, Professor.
That was meant for me. Rather unwise coming back this way. Let's get it. There
Look out! Another troll! This one's worse than the last two! Stop him!
Fighter. Okay, I wonder if this one's... I'm gonna see if this one's available as a... I want to see if it's possible for me to hit this one with ancient magic. There might be a chance that this one appears in the story later. Okay, that one didn't do anything. So... it's someone with a Mardo. Now the troll. Okay, so that fighter troll was, I guess, unique. Or because it didn't get anything for that. Unless there's more enemies that we can find along the way. That means it'll be fun.
That's how we forward.
Oh, maybe these ones. Like, no, I don't think the pensive things count as... I don't think these count as enemies that get to face.
The one! Quickly!
The other thing I can think of is that maybe there's something in the Dark Arts arena that we can face that we haven't fought in the main game yet. It's another thing I haven't fought of.
We made it.
I'm relieved we got here before Ranrok.
I can't believe this is it. The repository has been under the castle for hundreds of years.
Think of all the pain that created it. This is what Miriam, George, your friend Lodgok, and countless others died for. Miriam believed this forgotten magic could be used for such good, but she did not know the risks. She did not see what the Keepers have shown you. What Isadora showed you. You are now the Keeper of whatever power it holds. What do you intend to do with it?
Keep it contained here. I intend to open it. I don't know what, like, I feel like opening it is gonna make it so that we can gain power from it, maybe. I don't actually know.
I have decided to open the repository. Its power cannot lie dormant for centuries more.
After everything you've seen?
Oh, okay.
What about Isadora's fate?
Wait, does this matter? I feel like this doesn't. I don't think these decisions make any difference, but like, if this gives me like something extra, then
Isadora wasted her ability trying to save people from themselves. I will not let others dictate what I do with this. My power.
You cannot possibly mean that. You, of all wizard kind, are wholly aware of the misery and pain that could cause.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. Like, I could have just said, I don't think it's gonna matter.
Of wizard kind. Goblins built this repository. It belongs.
Like, I don't think it was gonna matter anyway. Like, if I said, regardless of what I said, it's like we were probably.
I've been wanting to play with this.
Miriam's wand.
If she'd simply handed over the container, all of this could have been avoided. Foolish, self-important witch.
Okay, so he took her.
Seems you were two of a kind. She didn't know when to give up either.
See, it didn't matter. It's like he made it come out anyway. So they gave you the choice to do stuff, and then you still couldn't, like, didn't matter because it got released for you. Right? I'm gonna obviously check to see if we can use the Bardic Cadaver on this. If we have access to it now, we may as well. Ranrok captured dragon to save Hogwarts. Okay. Yeah, this is like the boss fight. Final mission.
It's feeding off the power from the repository.
Let's when I get a lock onto him, I want to see if I can hit him with I can hit with spells. It's not letting me hit him with spells. Spells aren't working. Again, I have to. Ah, I see. There's like a.
Those traces of magic are somehow protecting the dragon.
Academic.
You now
let's see if this works. Okay, it does not. So we can't just do a Bardic Cadaver. Cursed. Can't just one-shot the boss, which makes sense. Let's see if I can do Ancient Magic. Okay, Ancient Magic does quite a bit on him. Attacks are hitting me way too fast. Attacks are hitting way too fast. I'm so close to him. I have to do something. I need to remember how to use Wiggle as well.
You can't stop me.
I can't remember how to use Wiggle potion. I need to pause the game and remember how to do that. We'll do this. Oh. Fighter Troll. Watch out for the Fighter Troll's forehand, backhand, club swing pattern. Both attacks will break right through common charms. Dodging safe break defense from such attacks. Distance will not keep one safe from an angry troll, as they will ferociously charge at their targets. After the troll slams its club on the ground, flipping upward will have greater leverage than usual. Sending the club into the troll's face will cover blow. Hitting a troll with its own boulder will catch it off guard and make it more vulnerable. Okay, I need to figure out trolls again, because I need to remember how do I use Wig and Mold again? Just L1? Oh. Oh, heal is down. Like, Wig and Weld is down. If I'm running low on HP, I want to use down. Gotta hack the
Don't like that very much, do you?
He's level 38, I just realized. We're actually under level, even though, I need to... That heals the full, so... Pretty much use that at the last possible chance. Use the, use the Wig and Weld as the last possible opportunity. I'm gonna save the ancient magic because I'm building it up quite fast as well. Where are we supposed to go?
You can't run forever, Ranrok.
Alright, so pretty much I just gotta remember to use down. Considering he's like on... Considering he's on like very, I'm gonna keep it on my health. Make sure that I don't... We have plenty of Wig and Weld potions. Oh, you're on the field now. For the orbs again.
Expelliarmus. Accio. Leviosa.
Where's the other orb?
Accio.
I don't think I can do a Vada on him. And that just doesn't work.
This is what Professor Fig. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Go ahead. Once I get to this exit magic contributor. Oh, they teleport away. Hi guys. I did? That's it. Yep, that's it. Okay. That was not too bad. I actually had to use Wiggle Mold potions. What if this means I finished the story now?
Professor Eleazar.
That sounded like it was...
I dare say he was a beloved professor to many of you. Suddenly a
Crushed by
long-standing colleague to his peers.
That felt kind of... I just realized that he died, but nothing... You kind of just went...
Charging into the unknown, brazenly disregarding both discretion and safety, providing perhaps a rather
seems really weird
lesson for us all. His devotion to adventure was rivaled only by his dedication to Hogwarts, and of course, to his wife, Miriam, whom we lost much too soon as well. Yeah.
Professor Fig represented the best of all of us. He could be deviously clever, possessed a brilliantly inquisitive mind, and was the most loyal of friends. But perhaps it was his remarkable courage, for which we will all be forever indebted to him. If not for Professor Fig, well, I can say with confidence that if not for him, many of us, let alone Hogwarts, would not be here today. Those that knew him best will agree that we must now honor him as only Hogwarts can, by wisely, resourcefully, justly, and bravely facing all that lies ahead.
To Professor Fig!
Just saying, it felt very anticlimactic. Like, I saw what happened, and it was like we were flying around, and then the professor just gets crushed by the rock or whatever, and you kind of like, there was no reaction or no... You know, when I saw it, it's like, oh, I
Can't
something
believe we lost
happened.
Fig.
But,
I didn't know him as well as you did, but I know he was a good man. Glad Weasley spoke for him. She honored him well. Fig will be well remembered. I realized the same should be done for my uncle. I hope Anne agrees to see me.
Sebastian, I can't imagine what you and Anne are going through. Perhaps you'll hear from her soon.
I hope so. I'll let you know.
Sebastian, there's something you should know. It's to do with Victor Rookwood.
I heard a rumor that he confronted you outside of Ollivander's. Sounds as if you faced quite a fight.
The rumors are true, and I did. But it's not that. Just before Rookwood attacked, he uttered something familiar. The same words Anne heard before she was cursed. Children should be seen and not heard.
Wait. What are you saying?
It wasn't one of Ranrock's loyalists who cursed Anne. It was Rookwood. It was Rookwood all along.
This can't be. It was the Loyalists. It's always been them. The night Anne was cursed, all she saw were goblins.
Once Rookwood allied with Ranrock, Isadora's estate became of interest to them both. That's why Rookwood was there the night Anne was cursed. He was working with Ranrock. When he saw your sister, well, he didn't want anyone to know.
So he cursed her. And she's never been the same. So cruel. Rookwood deserved what he got. Thank you for telling me. It wasn't a goblin. I suppose I owe you an apology. All this time I thought goblins were the enemy. But it was never that simple. As for what happened in the catacomb, I've not stopped thinking about it. Perhaps we could meet soon. There's much I wish to say.
I wondering if all these scenes are playing out. It seems like they're all playing all that in a row. And depends on what we have to do with the thing. It's gonna be. It sounds like there's gonna be a bunch of other side quests as well. Dude, still got a lot of things we haven't completed yet. Congratulations, you've completed the story of Hogwarts Legacy and reached the end of your school year with your OWL exams fast approaching. Now is a good time to review your field guide progress, explore the world, finish any remaining relationship storylines and side quests, and complete your field guide as you see fit. Okay, so I guess we just finished the story then. Saying we've completed the story. Okay, so if there's no more main quests to go, I will. That says all the main quests are completed. So to me, that means that we've finished the game. All right. Well, let's. That's the case, and there's no more main quests. It means we have everything else that's left. So sync this up. These are all the... This one. For some reason I thought there was a trophy for beating... But some of these are... Okay. Well, I guess I'll check to see what we have to do. And if that's the end of the story and there's no more story quests, then... Because it's saying that there's... I've still got 22 side and relationship quests to do. All the main quests are completed, so that means that this is the... That means that this would be the end point. Nothing else is unlocked. Okay, so I'll check the map and I'll check the things, and then if that's the case and there's no more main quests to do, then that would be the end of the stream, because that means what we can do is the next time we stream, we can. Saying that we've completed the story, so to me that's. I'm just mentioning about preparing for your owls. If that's the case and that's the end, then that means I can do a quick wrap-up of everything that I think and go from there. In here... On the old map. It was just mentioning, like, you've completed the story and then it's like, collect field guide page, prepare for the owls, do all that other stuff. So it's like that, I think I finished the game. The main story. Unless there's a main quest that pops up and says that it's a main quest, then that means I think it'd be good to end it here, and then at that point we can think. So there were no credits. No credits. No epilogue, no. So that's where we've got to go for Harlow. Otherwise I'll go... Okay. This thing here says prepare for your owls, but it's not considered a main quest. Although it's showing you main quest. Maybe it's not the end. Because why would this... Because all the rest of these say assignments, relationships, side quest completed. So that means that this thing with the owls is a main quest. That means it's not over yet. Even though it just told me on the screen that I go around and collect up a bunch of stuff, finish side quest and thing. It's telling me to prepare for your owls, which makes me think that this is still a main quest, because it's still showing up as... If there were no main quests available, this wouldn't be here anymore. Yeah. I guess we'll have a look then. See what it says. Where is... Where's the... Looking for the... last quest so I can read what it said. Defeated Ranrok, but not before he killed Professor Fig and exploited the power of the repository. I repaired the repository to contain its contents, although I will not soon forget what it was like, even briefly, to taste its extraordinary power. Yeah. So, side quest of this, it's saying here that there's, see, if it was saying no main quest available, it would mean that this wouldn't be here. So I'm thinking that there's, maybe it's got to do with this. So maybe we do continue. But what else do I have left to do, like, that I can do in here? I guess we'll have a look and see what we're supposed to do. We have to exit the thing anyway. Might just... Let's just see what we have. But there might be something within the game that... Yeah, okay. New quest available. I don't think we have any mail to read. Right, so that means, is this considered a main... No, okay, so... Never mind. I thought that this was the end of the game told me that it was the... The game told me that it was the end of the story. Which is fine, we've completed the story. And to do a thing as well, but then it's like there's... This thing says main quest, so I need to meet Professor Weasley in her office in the Transfiguration classroom. So that means, to me, it's not the end of the thing, because even though we've stopped Ranrok and done all this stuff, we've still got some other side quests to do, so... yeah, well, let's just continue then. It's saying that we've got a main... I'm assuming once we finish these, it'll say no main quest available, and it will only have the objectives, so... let's just continue.
It's tradition in my family to play a game of Quidditch on the moors during the holidays.
Because the gold quests are main quests. I thought that there was something up in the game. That it was saying, like, oh, you haven't, like, You beat Ranrok and then all that's done, and I thought, oh, but then there was no credits, so... Usually when a game finishes on the credits is when the official end.
Revelio.
So I think continuing here is fine because it said on the there were main quests. So I figured let's just do this and see what we nothing else around Hogwarts we can do right now in terms of castle. So I guess I'll consider the end of this playthrough as completing all the main quests. Because once it gets to the point where it's like you've done everything. Here it told me you've completed the story and prepare for the owls and grab field guide pages and things, but then it gave me another quest, so because it gave me another quest, we may as well complete that one.
Revelio. Not sure why I should have to pay for fizzing whizbees from a tunnel.
Showing up as something.
What you did in Cross Wands was fantastic. Your dueling skills are quite advanced.
Maybe this is an epilogue or something, I don't know. But I did say when, it told me that I completed the story, but then it still was showing, it told me that I was still completing the story, and then it told me that I had to show, it told me that I had completed the story, but then it still is showing main quest, so to me, if something's considered a main quest, then that's not the end of the story. Because, like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, there's, like, multiple there's an official end to the story, but then there's other quests and things that give you story stuff as well. But I would say that the end of the story is when you do the end of the story to me is when you do the stuff, doing stuff with the family stuff. Here, it's like, it's telling me that I've completed the story. in that little marker. But then it's still showing up prepare for the owls, and it's like, well, why are they giving me this little quest here if there's no... It's nothing.
Revelio.
Right. Let's see what we're gonna do.
Professor Weasley, you wanted to see me?
I did. We haven't had a chance to speak since I know you were quite close with Professor Fig.
Hogwarts won't be the same
Okay,
without
so
him.
this sounds like it's a relation to the story.
But I can assure you that he would want us to press on, and that he would rest easy knowing that the future of the wizarding world is in hands like yours.
Thank you, Professor.
You've had quite a year, both inside and outside of Hogwarts. I've heard all sorts of rumors. You've ridden a Grapphorn, befriended a goblin, rescued hippogriffs. And I don't even want to know the truth behind the rumors that you visited Azkaban.
How did you...
It's harder to keep secrets around here than one might suspect. I'm just glad you found such a good friend in Miss Sweeting.
Oh, that's
Nice
interesting.
to
So that
see
means
her
that this would...
engaging more with her classmates. There have evidently been Snidget sightings.
That
in
actually
the
makes me
area.
wonder if we complete all the other side quests, does it like help with like, does she mention it?
Behind it.
I'm certain I don't know what...
No need to discuss it further.
That's
What
interesting.
I would like to discuss is your wizard's field guide. May I see it?
Of course.
This is actually interesting. So that means that if we completed like Sebastian and Thing's story, is that we probably could have gone and got an extra thing here. To talk about, I guess.
What do you think, Professor?
I think you've been busy this year. It seems you've completed much of your field guide. Well done.
I wonder if we get
But
a...
there's still a little left
yeah.
to do. Fortunately, you do have some time to prepare for your OWLs. I will confess, I had a sense about you from that first moment you came bursting
Interesting
in,
though that it's like...
to the sorting ceremony.
It told me that I completed the story, and then talking about all doing the side quest and field guide pages. I guess they said that because it's like, if you came here and had the whole field guide completed, she would have gone and said something else.
Thank you, Professor.
And then
for everything.
with the other
most welcome.
things, she would have probably mentioned some of the
What
others.
you do during the rest of your time with us.
Thing is, it's saying that there's the quest complete, but then it's not giving me a like main quest wise. It was telling me like that main quest that happened. It didn't tell me it was a main quest to be completed, so I guess this is still considered. It's complete your wizard's field guide. So I wonder if that's. So it's saying here... It told me that I'd finished the story, and then it mentioned, like, do field guide pages, do side quests, do all this other stuff. Okay. So then when I came here, she was talking about, certain things that we did throughout the year. And then because of that, she then mentioned about... Because of this, she mentioned about doing the... and then she's like, oh, you've done most of the field guide. So it's like, okay, Still not sure if I should just have stopped beforehand or I should stop after this mission, but I guess we'll see. Because there's the field guide I've still got, that's going to take ages to do, and that's post-thing stuff, so... Unless we get some sort of extra quest for completing everything in the field guide, I have no idea. That would take a lot, that's going to take a lot longer. What I'm trying to do is just get the... Like... Telling me to go here to do this, so... Go ahead and just do this then.
Afraid of a
Revelio.
slow coach!
I'm still a bit confused. Because it said prepare for the OWLs, and it's like, okay, well, according to Professor Weasley, it would have just meant we would have had a thing. She would have said, oh, you've completed all the field guide, you would have done the thing. But that wasn't even... Keep in mind, when I went there, it didn't show me a... When I went there, it didn't show me the complete thing until after I'd already done it. So unless there's a mission that appears after the... Because we're not getting any bonus rewards for doing this, but this is showing up as a main quest, so it's like, okay, well, if it's showing up as a main quest, we should complete it. So maybe, like, the overlying quest now is to do the thing or whatever.
What you did in Cross Wands was fantastic. Your dueling skills are quite advanced.
That's one thing that I didn't think about. Maybe, like, when it says complete the guide, it's like, complete it to a certain extent, so that way you can do something else, but... I mean, as long as it keeps giving me main quests to do, I'll keep doing them. And I don't think it's changing the side quests that I have access to on the map either. Seeing any new side quests. I think we've already got all the side quests that would spawn around the castle. That's what I said. I'll keep doing these main quests until they disappear, and then at that point it would just become stuff that we have to do for post-game. They're saying this is the end of your feast, so... Let's see what this involves. Okay, something's happened here with this glitch. I think it's fixed itself now. Even though it told me that I completed the story and done everything else there, it's like, I think the only thing different would have been if I went there with Professor Weasley. It would have said, like, she would have said, oh, you've completed everything in the field guide, which it did tell me that I had to do that anyway, until after I'd done it, and then it was like, oh, you, and like, if you completed other side quests. That's what's making me actually wonder. That's what's making me wonder about what's thing, because it gave me the option. It said to complete the guide as part of the story, but then it still sends me to here as well. So maybe we only have to complete so much of it. But it would have rewarded me more by saying, "Oh, you completed the guide. You would have got an extra thing," and then she probably would have gone and talked about some of the other classmates. But we haven't completed those yet.
This year, we have seen our students exemplify the bravery of Godric Gryffindor. And now we can finish. The loyalty of Helga Hufflepuff.
And that's the thing, this is also like cutscenes as well. So.
The ambition of Salazar Slytherin.
Wait, no one's there.
The winner of this year's House Cup.
Excuse me, Headmaster, if I may.
Oh no, is this gonna be like the other one where it's like we still... Are we gonna get just win because of...
Particular student's heroism during the attack on Hogwarts, not to mention the level to which they have excelled in their coursework, as a new student, no less. Well, it would seem that it certainly merits... I'd say 100 points to their house. Would you agree?
Ah, yes. Thank you, Professor Weasley. I suppose we have our winner.
Alright, that actually is out. That's actually... I'm gonna put this down just in case it... Because I don't know how long these credits are gonna go, but... I guess that's what it is. That's the end. Again, I'm still not sure what it meant, because we went back to the... Professor Weasley said to complete the field guide as one of the things, but then it told me to go to the Great Hall and complete this. So I'm guessing that we've done what... We need to do this. Yeah, okay, so that means this is the official end of the Let's Play portion of the game, because it's... This is the Let's Play portion of the game, I would say, because it's like me going through and completing all the story as well as the rest of the stuff that we can do. So pretty much after this, we will go and... the next part will be going through and completing all the remaining side quests, all the remaining collectibles, all the remaining... everything else that we can go and do. Because I don't think there'll be any other main quests that appear after the there shouldn't be any more side quests that appear, any more main quests that appear after the credits roll, but I guess we'll see what it is before, when I go back in, I'll see what we have to do, but, I think the only thing that would have happened differently is we would have completed the side quest. If we completed some of the student side quests, she would have probably mentioned them as well. And also, if we completed the field guide, she would have given us some. But again, I wasn't sure that that was the requirement until the thing anyway. So let's just see how it goes, and hopefully we can think. But I guess now I can go and give like an overall like thoughts and review of what I think so far. So try and go through everything one at a time. So. Music is so hard to determine for this game because the music is all good because it's Harry Potter music. The music's usually very good. I guess the only one thing I would point out for the music is that I don't know why they chose to not have a backing track while traversing through the world. I've been noticing this a lot in games where there's not any music playing, which is just really weird. That's probably the only issue that I had with that. Graphic-wise, I mean, obviously there was some graphical glitches, but you can't have a game like this large without there being any graphical glitches. The game looks very beautiful, and doing all that stuff and that as well. I'm not sure what else I have to do. So I've got to do like characters, story, gameplay, and like anything else. I'm trying to think. Yeah, so what should I start with? I guess I can start with characters. In terms of characters, I thought that because this is a game that takes place prior to, any of the main characters that we are aware about, I thought it was interesting. Like having a lot of references and callbacks back to other characters like Professor Weasley and Rookwood, who's a character that's only like a minor character in the original game series. A few other characters that are called back from as well. It was interesting to see how those were all done. I think every character, the way the voice acting and all that stuff and that, like that, I think that really having everybody be voice acted. I don't think any time that I was interacting with any characters did I ever have to go and record any of the actual dialogue. All of the dialogue was voiced. All of the dialogue was voiced, and it was thing as well. So every professor, every person we talked to, every side quest, every main quest, all of it was voiced, which is something that definitely works. Really liking that. In terms of the characters themselves, like obviously our character is a character that's unique to the story. Sebastian was a really fascinating, interesting character with his, and we still haven't finished their side stories either. Their side quest, but Sebastian's character, you know, again, all these characters have their flaws and have their thing in that as well, but that's what makes them more realistic and more thing to discuss. Wait, they're already, I was going to say, already through the thing as well. There's going to be a lot of credits, I reckon, here, but that also gives me a lot more time to talk about what I think about the game. But Sebastian is like, again, Sebastian wants to save his sister. He wants to use dark magic to do so. We were able to learn the dark magic. Also, we were able to learn the dark magic. We were able to do a whole bunch of other stuff. Well, learning all that stuff with was interesting to see how that played out. Again, I don't know how his thing played out at the end, but because we haven't. Yeah, but I guess we can go and see what we need to do. do there. But Natty, obviously her character, I think out of all three that I've played so far, she's the weakest of the three characters that we have the side quests for, but that's only because we haven't finished what she has to do yet. And hers is mainly about dealing with Harlow and dealing with the other thing as well, so we'll see how that turns out. Poppy's thing is fine as well. All of the professors, I enjoyed how all of their stuff was thing. You could interact with them across the thing a lot of times, going back and forwards, doing all different things for that as well. Professor Fig and all that stood out. And then like the keepers and stuff. I think what other characters, like Rookwood and Ranrok were good villains. Obviously, it's going to be hard to try and make a villain that's as captivating as Voldemort is and stuff like that as well, but this was also like several years prior to this, and I'm trying to think about like what else I have to really go over with character-wise. Characters was the keepers. I liked the whole story with the keepers and the whole story with the thing in that as well. Again, I think overall the cast of characters very, very good. I don't think there was any. It didn't feel like there were any real weak links because you know, you had our characters, you had the side quest characters, the professors, the villains, and then like the students, the ones that you were with. They had their own extended stories, and then like all the other students were kind of just there to have a one or two quests to do, and then you would just see them constantly through other stuff. So that was interesting in how they did that as well. Another thing I'll have to do is before we finish, I will have to see if I can cover like, because I don't think finishing the field guide is going to be a requirement for the main quest. Because if it was, I wouldn't be. That's going to be like a collectible thing anyway, so. That's still going to be a part of extra, I think, if that still showed up there, but I don't think any more main quests. Also, the other reason why I consider that as well is because it's not showing up on the map as a quest, so. What else would I want to cover? Main stuff, it should be gameplay and story, and like, overall thoughts. To go with story, like, I'll go and do a breakdown of story in terms of missions and things like that as well, but it's so hard to try and... There's so much content in this game as well as both the gameplay and the story that it's like, it's hard to cover everything. The ending felt a little bit anticlimactic because I saw him get crushed by the rock, but then there wasn't a lot of emotion at the end. The final fight was fine. It just felt like I was expecting a little bit more. Just felt very anticlimactic near the end, and then like the ending was typical of the what's his name game in that as well. I'm trying to think about what else I would want to say. The stuff with Ranrok and Lodgok and all that, and how that worked. I liked how all that stuff worked as well. The Rookwood stuff. I think Rookwood was a good villain. The issue was I think he fell into the background a little bit. I think what else is there. All the stuff that we did with Professor Fig, I really enjoyed. The stuff with the Keepers was really fun. So the first couple of them were puzzle-based, then the other one was the one with the beasts, and then the best of those missions was the one where we ended up gaining access to all the Deathly Hallows for a mission. I really enjoyed how they did that. And then like all the other stuff was classes. You have to go through and do classes, get a bunch of the spells, go and get all that stuff in that, which was really nice to see. And then like all the in-between quests, because the thing is like, the side quests tie into the main quest as well, because we have several times where we have to help them out with the thing. I'm trying to think of stuff that we did outside of... A lot of the stuff was just go to here, go to thing, and it was like, you had the side quest characters, but they were integral to the main quest as well. That's kind of, when you discuss the actual story, when you discuss the story and the gameplay, they become kind of meddled together. I'm trying to think about what else I wanted. I feel like once I get out of the credits, I'll have a better way of understanding, explaining everything that I think about the game so far. Because what I can do is I can load up everything on the screen and be like, okay, I can just quickly go through and discuss how I feel about everything. Because I'm probably going to be forgetting a bunch of stuff. And we've still got plenty of things that we have left to do, but completing the wizard guide, because there's no guide on the thing on the map of what we have to do, that'll probably be where I end it. Because shouldn't be any, if it's just going to show up as a main quest, it's like, well, I can do that later. Don't know what else I would really need to discuss with it. Character story, gameplay. I've got to go through the gameplay. Okay, so in terms of the spell combat, obviously I wasn't the best at the spell combat, but I like the idea of having lots of spells and being able to use a thing, but then there's a bunch of issues as well that I have with the... in terms of stuff that I think, in terms of a lot of the gameplay stuff, I have issues with... There's stuff that I have issues with in terms of pacing, and there's stuff that I have issues with in terms of what you can do. So, in terms of the actual fighting, the fighting is really simplistic and easy. I can imagine this being harder on the harder difficulties. I mean, I only used Wiggenwelds in that last mission because I had to. But apart from that, I didn't use any for pretty much the majority of the game. What else can I discuss? It's going to be hard for me to discuss everything for the gameplay because I need to look at the actual... I'll need to look into the game itself and then see what stuff relates and what I did and didn't like. So I might just wait until the end of the credits to try and discuss that a little bit more. Just trying to think about how I'd break it down. Movement-wise, everything's... I like, you gain access to beasts that you can use as things, you gain access to the brooms, and that as well. Spell combat and the fighting is very satisfying. I liked going through and completing all the different quests and collecting all the spells. Side quests are very satisfying, and the map is quite large. There's lots of collectibles around, which is really fun as well. When they get you to explore the map, you really get to go and explore the entirety of the map. Like, the map actually there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff all around the map that you can go ahead and do. So that's actually really nice. And all the different... That's the thing, I'm gonna have to break down all the collectibles and all that stuff anyway and just comment on them all, but I can't remember them all off the top of my head. I don't think what else I can talk about with combat-wise. Collectibles and things like that. It's kind of tough for me to try and think of everything off the top of my head. So I think what I'll do is I'll wait till the credits finish. And see if there's anything else that I can remember off the top what I see on the screen. Because that will I can be a little bit more in depth with the story as well. What else would there be that I can talk about? Combat, traversing, side quest collectors, because there's just so many collectibles and there's so many different things that we still haven't got yet, that it's going to take me a while to figure out. We've still got so much stuff that we haven't explored yet either, like, we've only just unlocked Alohomora level 2, which is going to allow us to unlock a bunch of doors. I think now I can swap between day and night without having to worry about it, because it shouldn't affect any quests. But, still could, but... see how it goes. I'm trying to think about what else there. I don't think there's really anything else that I would think of right now. Combat, traversing, like collectibles, the main mission variety. I mean, again, I think the game has a lot of variety in terms of the missions. All the different spell variety as well, being able to complete the finding things in the castle. Again, I think it's just very satisfying, but it's like, when I go and check through the menu, there's gonna be some things that it's like, oh, this was definitely something that I felt like they could have improved on. Like, I think that the biggest issues to the game for me are pacing in terms of some collectibles, and also I think that's my main issue. Pacing in terms of some of the collectibles unlocking, so it would be like, you would find stuff like the demi-guises, for example. I found some of the demi-guises, but I couldn't collect them until after I'd already activated the quest. Or like talent points, we collect so many talent points that you can't use them until you collect. I think that's a problem with the gear system, where we can only have 40 gear in total that you can hold, but you've got like 6 different slots. There's lots of things that I think you could improve on in a sequel, which I'm hoping that the game does get a sequel. Well, I didn't put finale down in the description because I wasn't sure how long everything was going to take, but considering we finished this in like 2.5 hours, it's fine. So it just means I can end things earlier, but there's probably going to be a lot of things that I'm forgetting with gameplay and story-wise, but that's why I'm going to go through and hopefully it keeps me in the game. It probably should. If it doesn't, I can just load the game back up again, because I think it should load me back into the game once we finish. But those were a couple of things that I had negatives about. Obviously, it's a big open world game, so there's going to be glitches and stuff like that, which I did have a couple of times, but nothing to the point where it broke the game. I still don't know if I have all the collectibles yet, so that's something that could always break as well. It's hard to really know. I don't know how long these credits are going to last, so once I get back into the game, I'll have a bit of more of an explanation to be able to talk about some stuff that I might have forgotten about, but I do want to try and get into some of the negative points as well, because there are some. But in terms of, again, I think this is, I haven't played enough games from this year that I was interested in anyway, but and I haven't finished the game yet, so it's hard to go through and explain absolutely everything that I feel about it, but I think this is one of the best games of the year. And I don't think anybody can deny, like, if you just take into account this is a game, I don't think there's any way that you can't say that this shouldn't be nominated for, should be in the running for at least a chance. Like, it definitely should be up there. But I get the feeling that it's not going to be, because I think people are going to complain. And I think that's unfair to. I think that's unfair to the people who make the game. I think that's unfair to their work. To let political reasoning be something that holds their game back from being successful. Like, these people put in 3 to 4 years of effort to make this game, and then to not be recognized for that. I think that's very. I think that's unfair on them, especially since they work for the company, and what are they supposed to do? Used to work, and then at that point they don't have a job anymore. And then you've got to keep in mind that this game was made all during. This game was getting made during COVID. The whole wave was getting made during COVID. So, you know, not only would you be telling people, you know, not to think they'd be losing their jobs during a pandemic. So it's like, to me, that's where I think it's wrong in some cases where, you know, if they refused to work, they would have lost their jobs and they would have not had a living during a pandemic. So I don't really think there's anything else I even need to discuss. I want to go a little bit more in depth in terms of the game based on what I can see in the game screen before I think. I'm struggling to think of other things that I need to be more specific about, and there's too many collectibles in the game for me to try and discuss, and some things tie into other things, so I guess we'll see how it goes. But I really did enjoy playing this. I'm going to enjoy going around collecting everything, playing all the other quests. It's already been like nearly half an hour since I got to the credits section, I think. But I knew that there would be a lot of credits, which again, it's fine, but I don't really have anything. I guess I could look up on the guide. I could look up on the tablet what stuff there is, but it's like I feel like I have a better way of describing things. I have a better way of describing things when I actually see it. Because like all we did today was we completed the story. We completed Poppy's quest line. We have the demigod statue. We have the Alamora 2. We have, I'm interested to see what Alamora 3 unlocks. I'm thinking it might unlock that door that we missed near the Slytherin dungeons. Also, we unlocked, what did we do after that? We then went and got the wand, and then we went and completed the story. And then, now we're at this point. There's not all that much else to really talk about. I don't think I've seen a list of the voice actors either, which, there's gonna be, I'm curious to see who some of the voice actors were. Because, again, I like the voice cast. I don't think there's anything else to discuss though. It's like gameplay, story, characters, graphics, music. I guess I could talk about the controls. I think the controls were fine. Like, I didn't have to go around customizing anything specifically to cater towards towards anything. Everything was fairly simple. It was essentially like playing a shooter with a thing, and then obviously you get all your special abilities and stuff like that as well. Healing in Revelio and things. Everything was all set. But I do have some things, I guess, featuring the voices of who? Anyone that we know of? That's HIV blanks in it. Simon Pegg was in it, okay. Simon Pegg voiced someone. No idea who they voiced. I'm trying to think about what else. I think that's about it. Like, I'll need to go further into the game and check, see what else, I need to go further and check to see what else the game has for me to discuss a little bit after the credits. Like it's a bit, there's just too much in the game for me to try and remember everything. Off the top of my head. Like, with the collectible wise, like, I have a lot of things I can think of. But, this will be, I'll title this as finale, and then the next time that we start playing, everything's gonna be extra, because there's no more story quests to complete, it's all just side quests and collectibles and stuff like that. Hopefully we don't get, hopefully I don't get hit with a copyright, but it should be fine. I'll have a few things that I'll have to, well, I guess I have a few things, but it's like, I think I only have, I think I only have two, oh, actually no, one thing. Yeah, so Hedwig's theme is the only theme that's the only theme that got credited in here. So that if there's a chance that I get flagged down for something, that would be the one thing, because I know I'm pretty sure Hedwig's theme gets flagged down if it plays too much or whatever. But I mean, not much you can do about it. We're getting to the end here as well, so that means that I wonder if there's going to be anything that plays afterwards. That means that, like, if we complete the field guide and thingy, we can get different dialogue of her talking about stuff and that as well. But I wasn't aware of that until after we'd already clicked on it. But it's fine. But like, I need to hear it, and it would only be a small thing. Yeah, what I'll do is, once we get back into the game, I will go through and check to see if there's anything else I want to add that I can remember, and then I will end the stream here. And then the next time we stream, this will be all the extra portions where we all go and complete all the side quests, collectibles, trophies, get everything else until we get to the platinum. But there'll be a stop between there anyway, because once I've got everything apart from completing the map chamber thing with each house, I will then start integrating other games in between so that we don't have to keep playing the same. Like, there are some things that change when you're on the house, but it's like it's not gonna be something where I need to go and play the whole game again. Once I think going to the map chamber is enough. It would just be slightly different people that would do slightly different things. See how much changes. That way, the second playthrough I'll know how much really changes between the houses. I also don't want to skip the credits, because there's a chance that there's going to be, it could be something afterwards that occurs. And also, I think there's also there might be trophies and stuff that we might unlock. I could have gone and checked all the collectible stuff in the thing. There's still going to be things that I would forget. There's other things that I need to go and do in the game anyway, so it might just be better to do that. It's not like I'm going to lose time on something anyway. Upload stuff and see how it goes. I don't know. What else do I have to really discuss? It would just be collectibles, and I mean, I could load up the collectibles list, but I'm gonna see what all those are anyway. There's a bunch of other things that we need to I need to discuss in that anyway that I would need to try and remember that relate to other things. Alright, looks like we're at the end of the credits now. What happened then? That it was like it wanted us to start in the Great Hall and then decided to load into something else. Alright. Don't know if anything changed from there. We're not getting any. But let's check them. Okay, there we go. So we have no main quests available. So that means when it said complete the field guide, we didn't even really have to do that. It would have just done. So it would have just meant she would have given us an additional thing. Okay, so that means that it was correct that I did what I did. Is there any new quests that are appearing on the map? So I should sync up that trophy as well. Okay. Doesn't look like there's anything else on the map. Let's just go through and check anything else that, let's go through and, like, see if there's anything else I want to discuss, before we finish up. So, in terms of the, like, again, Wiggenwelds used to heal, so it's like, I think we made it so that Wiggenwelds would heal us fully. And HP-wise, we were gaining it for the thing. I like the Ancient Magic thing as well, so I'm curious to see which Ancient Magic, I'm missing, because I still haven't found what I'm missing there. In terms of the spells, I liked how all the spells worked. Like, some of the spells didn't feel like they were all that great, but, you know, the ice spell, like, I didn't use transformation at all. Flipendo and that's fine. Like, Accio and Depulso were good. Like, Defindo, Confringo, and all the red spells are really good. I like the Petrificus Totalis thing, being able to, like, sneak around and stealth way through things. Lumos and Reparo is fine. Like, Wingardium... one thing I didn't like, Wingardium Leviosa seems very, compared to what the other games were, where you would stand in one spot and do Wingardium and then move the object. This one here, you can move and move the object. I had a lot of trouble with this. All the stuff with the Rim of Requirement was fine. The Unforgivable Curses were really cool to learn. I'm happy that we were able to learn them. And, like, all the extra stuff. And then Relio, then we've got the Protego Stupefy thing. I like how that that mechanic worked as well. And Alohomora we learnt for the thing in the Ancient Magic as well. That would be all like for those. And then the spell sets. I liked having the spell sets because we need 4 different things of spell sets. I just feel like after we've got all those spells, it's like now I'm like, okay, which spells are we supposed to use now? Because even taking into account minus the thing, there's like 30-something spells, 32 spells. What else have we got to discuss? Gear. Okay, so my biggest problem with gear is I like that the wand handles don't do anything, which is fine. The broom and the flying mounts are fine. My biggest problem is you only get 40 slots, and you've got 6 different wares that you can have, and you can only hold 40. So you're constantly having to delete or sell stuff. You can get pretty powerful as well, because I noticed Inventory-wise, I mean, collecting the beast is really easy and fun. A whole bunch of notes and quests. The resources, those are really easy to come by, so it's like, you don't really have to try a whole lot to try and find these. Talents. Okay, I like the talent system. My issue is that they introduced the talent system like halfway through the game. And I always wondered why that was the case, when what they should have done is they should have introduced it once you leveled up the first time. And that way they should have, and then they should have had it all. If they're gonna have the stuff here at level 5, right, why not unlock it when you reach level 5? Or something like that. Because these things you can't even unlock until you're level 5 anyway. By the time I got to this point, I was already level 16, I believe. Over level 16, heading towards this. I think I was already heading towards level 22 by the time the talent's unlocked. So that's one thing I think should change. That if you're going to give you access to talent, make it so that you have access to them when you reach the threshold level versus the thing. I know it could make you overpowered in some cases, but it's like there's some of these that aren't even. I still haven't unlocked all of them yet. Also, one thing that if you're going to give access to all of these talents, make it so that you can at least unlock all of them. That would be useful as well. What else have we got? Collection-wise, okay, so this is like collectibles and that as well. So it's like, still haven't found all the infamous foes and that. For some reason, I was doing a lot more damage to the foes than I was expecting as well. Appearance items, again, the only thing I would change here is like have them give you special effects or something. The Revelio pages, I'm really enjoying collecting all of these and getting all the knowledge up for that as well. Beasts and brooms are fine. Ingredients. Conjurations. I haven't been using these at all, but if you're interested in making a cool looking room of requirement, I guess you could go and do that, but all I'm going to have to do is collect these, like, but they're fine. Wand handles, again, I thought that they would give you a buff, but they don't. Traits. These are fine. I guess the only issue is that I haven't been upgrading gear because I don't really know how to upgrade gear properly. Nothing really I would change there. Challenges. Okay, this is like collecting everything, so it's like, we'll go through things. So pretty much combat, these ones are pretty easy. It's just a matter of, go through and like complete beating everyone. That's fine. Quest-wise, it's just complete all the quests. Exploration. Okay, so in terms of like, what should I go through? Okay, so some of these are really annoying, that I found so far. Trying to locate where they're located. I wish there was a bet that you could return to the thing. Popping the balloons is fine, so this is where we get the last thing. The broom controls and that are okay as well. Landing platforms, again, these ones are. Some of the Merlin trials are incredibly annoying. Like the most annoying one I think I've found so far is the Lumos one with the butterflies, because you can't locate where the butterflies are sometimes. I just like how I've been one Merlin troll off for ages and I just haven't found one. The astronomy tables are fine. I just wish they gave you access to them sooner, because it's like my big issue that I'm having is you get introduced to certain things you can do, and then you just suddenly can't do them until thing. And then field guide pages again. I mean, when do that. Rumor requirements. Still haven't found what we have to do for this other one, but we'll find it. The map is really easy to use in that as well. It's like all the different things that you can go and do. It's areas within areas, and the flue flames and that are easy to find, and going around and finding where all these Merlin. I mean, there's still plenty of Merlin trials I still have left to do, and plenty of other things that we go around and. I like being able to change the time of day whenever you wanted to. All these different areas for grabbing the traits, grabbing all the other things in that as well, grabbing the tables. Big map, which is nice, but again, all those little dots there that you can see, those are collectibles in some way, and it's like, it just feels like they've got the map and they have not wasted, they've not wasted a lot of the stuff. And see, there's so many Merlin trials that I have not done yet. Just a lot. I haven't completed, but I'm looking forward to doing this and that as we go. Okay, quest-wise, I guess I should go through and read the ones. Like, we already went through all the story ones and then as we went, but it's like, again, in terms of like all the, I liked how they did the classes. I liked the how they, you do main quests, for the side characters, and then you get the side quests done as well. And it's like you don't necessarily have to do the side quests to get the main quest progression, and other things relate to each other. The butterfly thing was really interesting. Several things in that as well. What else is there? Flying stuff is really fun to do. Beast stuff is fun to do as well. Again, I went through a lot of these already, so it's hard to kind of the trials. I think the trials get better with time. I think the best one is still the this one here. The one where we played as the headmaster was really fun. Like, I don't think there was very many quests where I just straight up didn't like them. And everything was voiced, so it just made things much more easier. I liked being able to select the dialogue options and doing that stuff as well. That was one thing I should mention. I didn't like that whatever decision you chose to make, it was like, it didn't matter. It would just lead you to the same path. So I was hoping that maybe that there would be something. I was hoping that by learning dark magic would change things. I was hoping that it would, something would change, but it didn't end up happening. Again, they separate. Let's got this as well. This evening, I went to the Great Hall to attend the end of your feast. Although I'm still reeling from the events that took place beneath Hogwarts, I wanted to be around my friends. The headmaster gave a short speech about the virtues of each house, and after some last-minute awarding of points to me, at Professor Weasley's suggestion, my house won the House Cup. All my friends were there, cheering me on. It was a night to remember. Hogwarts is my home. And then nothing else to really. These are all related to the thing. Well, again, learning all, like, gradually learning stuff, and then it's like, there are some improvements, but, you know, as time goes on, it's like, I think I enjoyed the game more. The mini games are also very fun as well. Hopefully they introduce some more, games that doing the combos was interesting, and all the assignments were fun as well in the classes. Again, all knowledge stuff, and then the outpost is what it is. So, I think that's about it. I can't really think of anything else that I really need to cover. I wouldn't cover in the review going forward. So, yeah, I think we'll save the game, and then I'll wrap things up. So again, I wasn't using fast travel, because the idea was I didn't want to go and collect everything. I didn't want to go and miss anything along the way, so I think doing that actually made it so I would level up much faster, but like 58 hours is, for the main story, as well as all the side quests, main quests, like that's actually pretty generous. Like, if you just focus solely on the side quests, you could probably finish the game in 20 to 30 hours, if not a little bit longer. But I go and do everything, so, yeah. I guess that's a good point to end things, though, because next time what we'll do, all the main quests are done, so now we just do side quests, collectibles, everything else that's required that we can see along the map, and then see how we go from there. I'm still not sure how we're going to tackle what we do from here. It's like, I usually do side quest, main quest. I'm thinking what I'll do is because in Hogwarts everything that's around takes me out of the area, I think what I'll do is I'll focus on doing side quests that I know that I can visit and do outside, and then once I get to a point where I've done everything that requires me to go into the thing, I'll do everything else. Like, I'll probably go around and I'm trying to think, like, the problem with the Hogwarts map is on the Hogwarts map it doesn't tell me where everything is located, so I'll probably leave Hogwarts, do the side quests that are on the outside. Once those are all done, then I will probably go and just solely focus on doing, because I gotta try and think as well. It's like, I'd rather not. Maybe I'll do the stuff in Hogwarts first. Do the stuff inside Hogwarts first to get that completed. In terms of like any side quests, and if we see any collectibles around, then leave those. So do everything in there. Then go to the open world, do everything that I can possibly there, do all the things, and then at that point I can figure out where, because side quests and collectibles are related to the thing. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, this will be the end. So this is like, I guess you would call the Let's Play portion of the Let's Play. So we've done all the things for the story, and now we just have to wrap up everything else. So side quests and collectibles and all the other trophies. So that's what we'll do for the next time we stream. So with that being said, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Every like, comment, subscription, review on this video gets monetization. That's about my content for you all. It's content become more accessible and easy to find. I upload my past Plat reacts as well as Let's Plays and Let's Plats to YouTube channel, including Far Cry 6, Sifu, The Quarry, Reserve 2 Remake, Octopath Traveler, Lego Star Wars Saga, Ranrok Go, Percival, Final Fantasy 7 Union, Cuphead, Stray, Marvel's Avengers, Dark Crystal Legend Devil Me, Days Gone, Reserve 3 Remake, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Like a Dragon Edition, 4 Remake, Resident Evil 5, Triangle Strategy, Pokemon Scarlet, Pokemon 6, Octopath Traveler 2, Reserve 7 Biohazard, Lord of the Rings Golem, AEW Fight Forever, as well as this game. I'm working on a Play Pass segment for games that we have the Platinum Trophy for, as well as a Spacing Things Up segment for games that we have on the Switch, along with more Triangle Strategy speedruns for the future as well. And I'm also working on an Octopath Traveler Godera speedrun, which I'm at the point now where I'm editing down the guides, and then once those are done, I'll do a test run, and then I can set up to do everything else. I also upload it to my YouTube channel because I have a 7-day limitation on my videos before they're permanently deleted, and I want there to be a separate place for people for my content going forward as well. And you'll also get a notification when we go live if you're watching on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch at 70 followers. I'll be doing a Pokemon Violet Nuzlocke and your Switch affiliate, which means free monetization as well. Get to make a bunch of subscriber emotes and incentives to help support me and the channel going forward in the future. Also get an extra 7 days of upload to put my videos and deleted off as well. And you'll also get a notification when we go live if you're watching on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter to be notified when I go live. If you should add me on Discord, I will send you an invite to my friend's Discord server. Close to 2,000 members, still going strong. Print topics, games, to discuss there as well. I'm very active there, and you'll also get a notification when I go live on there as well. Finally, if you wish to know who created my stream overlay that I use for my future content going forward, you can find a link down below in the description for that as well. So with all that being said, have a good day, night, wherever you all are, and I will see you later.